What's going on, guys, gals? Wanted to come at you today with a quick lick. We're gonna call it a quick lick, but it's kind of just more of a device you can use. In the intro, I probably did show it in two positions because I am gonna cut that in. But it's the first position that's really useful because it works on your B string, which just kind of works in a little bit different, especially with the bends. We're gonna get into that in a minute here. So cool, let's just kind of dive right in. So we're going to be doing this going over your 1 chord to your 4 chord. And as you guys know, this is something we do a lot of different tricks for, right? In this particular trick, you know how often, and I've talked about my own scale where I like to include the flat 3, the major third, the 4, the flat 5, the blues note, which are all 4 of those notes are in a row from each other, right? So we have this nice little chromatic run that, so if we're playing over an A7, right? So if we use this, we can use this on your high string set too. And I've toyed around with it. Doesn't work on your lower string sets as well because of the bending. But let's just get right into the lick and the notes, and then we'll kind of go over some other, things about this lick here. So, cool. So to start it out, we're playing. Which is just a lick I came up with here to surround this trick, really, because it's really about this chromatic trick. You're gonna play 8, 7, 5 on your high E, and slide from 7 to 8 on your B, and then resolve that on 5 on your high E. I really like that contrasting motion. You guys know how much I use that trick, right? So let's go ahead and do that same thing on the 2 strings above it, on the next string set up here. So we're gonna go. So same thing, 8, 7, 5 on your B, slide from 7 to 8 on your G, resolve 5 on your B string, and then when we get up here, we're just gonna outline the 8, 7, 5 on our G, root there on 7 on your D, and then you can play your minor to major third on your G, which is gonna be 7 to 8, resolving to that root there. Okay, then we're gonna shift down positions here, which is gonna set us up for our okay, so that lick is gonna be 5, 4, 2 on your G, sliding from 4 to 5 on your D, resolving 2 on your G. And that's gonna set you up here now for your okay, and then now once you use that chromatic bending trick to get back here, now if you're still over your bar of A, and I'm sorry, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your B string, and you're going to be bending up 2 frets up on your G string. And you kind of want that out of tune a little bit. Okay, so you want that out of tune a little bit. And then when you get to 5 here, if you're still over your A, you can play like a little lick over your A here. Or if you're already if you've already timed it where you're already at your D, you can get right into D box licks, right? So either way, you're kind of set up here. So really, it's about this little bending trick. That's the part of this lick. So just to tab out here the end of the lick here, I would probably play, just like another lick outlining my A there before I move to my, before I move to outlining my D. So let's also now do that lick here on the higher string, on your high E string, it's gonna hit a little bit differently here because of the string it's on, and it really doesn't work on your E, A, D, or G strings. I've tried it with like bending down and different ways. I don't particularly like it, but toy around with it anywhere these 4 notes lie. Now if you're gonna come up here and play in this position up here, you're gonna want to start it here on the major third, right? Because it starts on C sharp, major third. And then on the intro, I think I just came right back into my A box. Right? So let's take it from this A box. So let's do like a similar lick here like we did in the other position. So something like that. So we'll just tab out. I'm not even, you know what, I'm not really even going to tab this out because we're really just taking the same exact concept here. Toy around with the lick you want to surround the concept with here, because it's really just about that chromatic move, right? So you would start it here on your 9th fret on your high E, bending up, and here, because of your interval difference, right? Because you don't have the minor third, or you have the 4th interval again, like on every other string set, you're going to actually, instead of skipping up 2 frets, you're going to skip up 3 frets. So you're going to go from 9 on your high E, and you're going to be bending up at 12 on your B string. Right? So same exact concept, just walking from 9 to 12 on your high E. So cool. Let's not beat a dead horse. I probably already stretched this one out a little bit like I usually do. Just toy around with using those chromatics, and then also using the chromatics with your out of tune bends. Oh, and let's just, I'm sorry, let's talk about this for just a moment here. So, I got this idea. I've always kind of used this, and then I saw a video of someone who I watch for a lot of tips. His name's Steve Harms, talk about this, and he kind of incorporates the out of tune bending with it, which is kind of opened up my thought process about that chromatic walk here, because I've always just used it in a and just more of a using it to get from one place to another, or just in that great Joe Walsh kind of way, like that, you know. And I hadn't really incorporated those like bending, out of tune bending country vibe. I hadn't added that to it, so I just want to give credit to Steve Harms, who kind of introduced using it in that way to me. So I guess I just wanted to A, say that, and then B, just talk about how you can try this on other strings. I didn't have a whole lot of success with it on my lower strings, but you know, if you find that you can do it, or you can bend the notes down, or do it in another way, or however that looks for you, please comment below, let us know. And any tips always helps, so always adding to the conversation is always helpful. Cool. I think that's about it, guys. We're gonna wrap it up here. I've blabbed on about this concept and this lick long enough. Please like, subscribe, share if you'd be so kind. You know how much I love you guys. Peace, and keep on picking. Later, y'all.